Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is our live number 6 I believe, but the first one from season 2. So let's see where that leads us. We are right now already quite at a good rank, platinum actually, one of the next rank I believe. I mean in the past it was diamond, but I think from since last season it is now directly to masters, so maybe we are already almost to master's rank. Not entirely sure about that, but yeah, let's see. So what do we have here? Starting as player 1, probably the worst to be honest, but we will have to make it work as usual. Some very good techs here to be honest. Memo coder early, that can be powerful. Holtzman engine obviously a delight to play with. And what do we have on the Imperium row? Quite some good cheap cards, especially Jamie's in Test of Humanity. No wonder Armand has already been picked up by player 4. Who will we be left with? Yeah, not the greatest choice ever here. Not a big fan of either of the three. Beast would allow us to actually get 2 memo cores first. You know what, let's try to play Beast. I'm almost never playing him, so for a live, let's do it. Let's try something a bit original and see if we can adapt and rise to the occasion and hopefully get to the rank master live right now with you guys. I think we first go to full space and hope no one goes there first. I feel like it's more valuable still for us to go full space first and see if someone goes to tech negotiations, then so be it. Anyways, they can't buy it right now, so it's a bit of a 2-agent commitment for them, maybe a bit too much, and we might be able to capitalize on that and grab the memo coder for Spacing Guild Friendship round 1. We might play a dagger to do that though, because I really like Test of Humanity, so if we can catch that, it would be great. But let's see, maybe, I was about to say maybe Armand snatches it with his signet, so he might just remove that from us. He does. So Jamis would be my fallback option, which means we can use the signet ring. Actually we could have anyways, because tech negotiation gives us an additional persuasion, but we don't get to Chani anyways. So yeah, I think it will be Jamis. We can go for signet ring so that at least we get that additional troop in the garrison. It's also quite nice because it could mean we could get an early alliance, which obviously is valuable as Beast, meaning we could then recruit 2 troops with our signet ability, which would be very interesting. the only shame in that play is that we kind of don't get any use out of the daggers, obviously. But I think it's worth it here. Getting that Spacing Guild friendship can be very valuable early. Because it would probably mean we can go to shipping twice, even 3 times in a row if we're lucky. And by then it would be our turn, so maybe 4. It would be actually quite insane. Hundro picked up the second card as well, the entry card he saw, because he obviously with his passive ability was able to see both entry cards on top of the deck, take one and put the other one back on top. So he knew what he was going to pick by going to card tag, and might be a strong indication that was a good card as well there. Does not seem to have been a combat card though, otherwise he probably would have taken that for a point. I mean, used it for a point. But let's see. That's not great for us, because it could mean someone gets quicker to that friendship with the Spacing Guild, ruining a bit our monopoly there. But let's try to fight that away. And that's actually also not great, because that means Lito would probably be able to get it this round with his Signet. But it's not the worst, because he's the one playing just after us. So we would still have it the next 3 before him. Let's see, we might want to fight here, to be honest. Seek allies to hardy warriors could make sense. To try and get it for ourselves here. I don't think I hate that idea. It's probably going to be an early Swordmaster for Armand, that's so valuable for him. Especially because that allows him to do coordination while still gaining influence with one agent. So it is very powerful. Yeah, let's do a bit of fighting here. I feel like 8 should be enough, given no one committed any troops with the first agent. And if we can get it for ourselves, that would be very good. Yeah, that's Lito joining us there. What is good as well with that reward, if we can get to first, is the fact it would bring us that much closer to an alliance very quickly, because next round with the shipping, which we hopefully can do with the yellow access, signaturing, or either of the Dune that we have in hand, that would allow us to get another bump with the faction, and that will definitely mean we can lock in the alliance with the guild, and then our signaturing becomes that much more powerful. And doing that round 3 would be quite interesting for us. Let's see, Handro still sending 2 agents, and we know he got several entry cards, so maybe he sees more value in playing them right now, which obviously I hope not. no Chome directorship. That is a heavy hitter. Spy satellites could, I mean, for us, if we win that conflict, maybe not that much interesting anymore, because it would set us up quite nicely in terms of influence, and given our expectations of being able to spam that interstellar shipping a couple of more times, we might not really have a problem in terms of influence, but could still be an option. Wind traps is probably the favored one right now, though. Although we might not, we might just recall and go back to try and spam that influence gain and those troops, which could be very helpful. Yeah, I think we don't see much value in going for wind traps as it stands, so we could just recall, hopefully, with our next shipping. I think we can go with a Gunthopter. Don't mind being a bit in a fighting mood here with Beast. Let's try. It also gives us an additional yellow access just to try and maximize our odds in going there next round again. So we do win it, which is very good news. And we will take it with the Emperor, which I don't think will visit that often, and get us closer to the Alliance with the Guild. Alright, we have enough yellow accesses at least. Does that mean we are a bit tight? No, we should have signature next round, hopefully. Or full space, worst case. So we should be able to go to shipping next round as well. We need to do shipping first thing, obviously, because Leto is breathing down our neck. Yeah, I mean, Holtzmann engine would be great, but we are far from even dreaming about it, and probably will rather be Armand's, given his move right now. That sets us up nicely. Actually, it's a bit of a bummer not to have a Landsrad access, because right now we would have enough for it, for the Swordmaster, I mean. Which is a bit of a shame, because we have some. It's not like we have 4 of those. We might have to wait a bit for it. I mean, next round we would be first in line to get it, given Armand is first player and he already has it. But I think I favor shipping right now, to be honest. Let's see our next hand, but I wouldn't be surprised. Usually I tend to prefer Swordmaster for sure. But right there, right now, I feel like we could bring out more value out of the shipping track. Leto spending his salary for probably what will be a Chome directorship would set him up quite nicely. I'm not a big fan of this bump here, but hopefully he won't make too much out of it, because we need an alliance as Beast. Maybe we keep Gunthopter for the reveal, because here we only make Armand lose a troop, which could be valuable, but the thing is, the reveal can allow us to have 3 daggers, and therefore probably winning the conflict with just 1 troop in could be worth it. I think we can send Dune out and count on the card tag. Yeah, anyways, Dune. I mean, we could play it on the shipping, but I don't think smuggling, but we don't really want to do that. So let's discard Dune. And let's remember that Armand is the one with Test of Humanity, because this can cost us down the line if we're short, or I mean just having enough for a Spice Must Flow. That might just change it, obviously. So sending in troops is not a bad idea in those cases, to be able to lose a troop in case this happens, to protect our persuasion. Oh, but that might mean that Leto is now priced out of Chom directorship, so it was probably a very good move from Armand. Going for spy satellites instead, which makes totally sense as well as Armand. Let's go grab a intrigue card, urgent mission, a good one, I like it. Can maybe make something out of it, and here we won't commit more. 4 or 6 solar is good for us, and we probably will get there thanks to the Gunthopter. But I don't want to commit more than 1 troop here, given we already have enough money for Swordmaster, and an additional 4 or 2 will also bring us closer to High Council, maybe a Dreadnought. But that's good because it will allow us to focus on spice when recalling here. Hopefully we get at least 1 yellow access. Yes, zero reveal. I was like, how did that happen? But it's probably because of this X-Guild compact, I think. Yes. That's how he got the Dreadnought, by discarding 2 cards. It's a good move early. I really like that as well. Because anyways, that persuasion is not worth that much, given you're not going to reach the Spice Must Flow anyways. So let's put those cards to use into a Dreadnought, saving an agent move to Dreadnought. It's a good play. I like that. We're not going to deploy any additional troops. And we can take a liaison. Oh wow, that was... Ah, okay, yeah, because he kind of missed that. He went to research station with his last agent then, making sure he could get to that Chom directorship. Yes, Handro will have enough Solari anyways for his Swordmaster, so it will be up to us. And I think we prefer shipping track right now. See more value there, because we can spam it another 2 times basically before anyone else can claim it. Oof, almost not actually, because the signaturing is lost there, but we have full space. It is a bit of a bummer to use full space on shipping Should we actually then just do dagger to swordmaster first thing? Because we have two good cards as well to play here. Maybe we just do that. And shipping, we take it back next round. We might not, because if we play Fold Space, we might draw the signet ring. So maybe we don't play Fold Space. We play Jamie's, Diplomacy, and Dagger. I think I quite like that. In the end, let's go for the Swordmaster, yes. Let's give up our right to the... True, the recall could have allowed us to spam it even twice within the same round. Let's, yeah. Maybe I could have thought about that a bit longer, instead of just clicking end turn. Because it would have brought us back down. Another 2 up, and then next round, hopefully getting back there. Yeah, it might have been worth it though. But now it's done, and I think Swordmaster still has grand value here, especially with those good cards we want to play here. Could even just not do Diplomacy and rather Dagger to High Council, have that also behind us. But I'm not sure I want to do that, because we're a bit, I mean, except here, which is still also already good, don't get me wrong, but we are a bit lagging in terms of influence. This one we get with Jamies, 2 still suits. So it's not that big of a deal actually, we could. Let's count how much influence others have. Typically, Lito, who took the Chom directorship, has 1, 4, 7, but when we have 6 right now, and soon with Jamie 7. So I think we can afford just doing High Council for now. Could also have gone for a Dreadnought, but I think I prefer right now High Council. Could also just use your Urgent Mission to play both Diplomacy and Jamie's. But I'm not sure we are that much in a hurry. Oh, I don't like that though. It is a bit of a weird one, unless he can steal it right now, because we are next with the shipping again, so we can take a bump there easily. It is a bit of a weird one. Yeah, I can't get anything else out of that, so I'm not sure it's really a smart move. So I'll do Jamie's first, trashing a dagger, most likely. Yes, because we already have our Swordmaster and High Council. Then it will probably just be about 1 Dreadnought, but for that we have other accesses. I mean, typically 1 dagger we won't have trashed by then. Signet Ring, the Arrakis Liaison, so we have enough accesses left. And yeah, Jamie's 2 still suits I quite like, and then we'll see how it looks, because we could always do Urgent Mission, Diplomacy, 2 Hardy Warriors, but I don't see much value in that conflict, to be honest, so we can just let it be as well. Although it would bring us close to a second alliance. We probably just deploy 1 for a spice. We need to be careful though, because obviously fighting with Lito, he can easily have a double bump thanks to his signet ring, and that is something we need to take into account. Typically next round, because although we can catch it again with... I mean, we can take a further step here. If he uses signet to smuggling, he can take a double bump directly. And I think, I mean, given we don't see the discard, the signet ring in the discard, he probably might draw it next round. So we might just need to give up on that, unfortunately. Because taking that influence for him to just spend one spice to get it at the end and lock it in fully, that might just be a bit of a waste for us. And there is no way for us to take it now, that bump. Yeah, maybe shipping would have been still a better call than Swordmaster, but maybe Urgent Mission can prove to be of more value a bit in the future. Let's see. The sister for sure. We probably do play then the signet ring first thing to shipping to at least get our 2 troops with the signet ability this time. And by next time we play it, we would hope for another alliance, maybe with the Fremen. It is a bit unfortunate that it is Leto chasing us there for the alliance. Because I don't see a way. Alright, a point here. So we could see that as a sign for a Hardy Warriors with full space. Maybe. Let's anyways first do our thing here. And go for the next alliance. So he took it in a different way here. I think I don't mind that. I mean, full space at this stage of the game is probably not the most useful space to visit. He probably thinks he can, with the signet ring to smuggling next round, hopefully sneak up here and take that one away from us as well. But by then we will have gone there to secure it, so he can catch up, but there we will fight it. Especially given he will have used his signet by then. Or he might have not drawn it right now, so that's maybe a bit overthinking from our side, and maybe still should have taken a shot there in defending it, but I think it would have cost us just too much in doing so. If he had drawn it, and given he drew 5 cards out of 9, mathematically it was more likely than not that he would have it in his hand. I would just hope that someone else maybe goes to smuggling by then, so that he can't go. That would be very much appreciated. 2 dreadnoughts. Can we do something about that? can buy our own dreadnought, but I quite want to go make sure we have that alliance, and no one went to smuggling, so Leto could do that play potentially, and I don't like that. So I don't think we will fight for that. For that conflict. Anyways, we only have one card that allows us to visit combat spaces, and it's Fold Space, so we're not really in that much of a position to fight for it. Ah, true. We draw cards thanks to we draw a card thanks to Fold Space. So that could bring us there. I think we can send in two, keeps our options open, and we have anyways a bit too big of a garrison. And with the urgent mission, we could do both, get a dreadnought and go again in conflict. Let's see if... I mean, 1 point is worth it, but let's see how others are fighting now. Seems no one's getting their Swordmaster yet? Okay, so seems Lito didn't have his signet ring. That's a bet I was not willing to make before, but... oh, and he's gifting the Swordmaster to Andro. Not a big fan of that. We have the memo coder actually, right? Yes, so we kind of need to reach 3 anyways, trying to justify a bit the Spacing Guild Alliance loss, cope with it, but I think it does make sense, because that additional step from 3 to 4 gave us Solari that we used wisely with our High Council, Swordmaster, and gives us still enough for Dreadnought. What are we doing there? I don't really want to lose a troop. Feel like we still have a shot there potentially, so let's discard a card. Maybe it's a convincing argument. We are not... actually, I would like it bankers if we rebuild first, which we won't. It will probably be Lito anyways. He might just pick it up for himself. Let's throw away the dagger then. Yes, let's do that. Keeps our options open. We have right now enough for Gurney as well potentially, or obviously the sister can also allow us to potentially win the conflict depending how it goes, because we're quite sure. Oh, that's a good play for him. Anyway, he already has his 2 dreadnoughts, so he doesn't really want to play it. So it's just an unload effect instead of the reveal, which comes to the same for him. So. Was that invasion ships? Yes, seems like restricted ordnance popped up now. Okay. What are we doing there? Handro still has 1 agent, so I'm not a big fan of that. He has 1 water, so he could even fight through hardy warriors. If we go grab the dreadnought, there's nothing we really want there. I mean, restricted ordnance would be great, but we can't. We have just 3 spies. And yeah, I don't feel like using recall mission, urgent mission right there. Let's just do reconnaissance to Carthage and see if that brings us something interesting. That's good to defend ourselves, potentially. That should lock in the alliance a bit easier. Yeah, let's fight for it. I think we can with the sister. He's got 0 garrison, so he kinda needs to go to hardy warriors if he wants it, otherwise it's probably ours. So now it's Lito to reveal, probably guild bankers, if you ask me. I mean, if he has enough, Gurney is probably a better choice, but then again, guild bankers with a high persuasion strategy that can yield a lot of points. Alright, so he doesn't have enough for Gurney. It is therefore Guild Bankers and the Scout. Let's see what Handor does. What deck did he pick again? Oh, so Wealth. Oh, Holtzman Engine. Kinda missed that, I think. But yeah, obviously it's not there anymore, so has to be something. Oh, he changed his mind. Oh, no. Doesn't change his mind about where to go, but which card to use. Alright. So our turn to reveal. I quite like Gurney, so I think we will take it in Persuasion, although it might mean Handro could still take that point, but I think we will make that bet. Kinda bet on the future here with Gurney. But we're quite sure he doesn't have any combat card here, at least he hasn't used them in the past, so I would be surprised if anything is combat related, but here, yeah, I was just hoping there is not two daggers there. Oh, and that's a Spice Must Flow. And what does he have as attacks against? Spy Satellites? Let's not forget about that. It's worth 3 points for him right now. It is. I will play it next round. I just wanted to keep it now as a bluff, potentially. Because obviously the more cards you have in hand, the more possibilities one of them is a combat card. But I obviously want to lock that in, especially knowing that Armin has a Spy Satellites. He could chase us down here, and it wouldn't cost him much given he has these points locked in thanks to the deck. So yeah. Jamis will allow us to just do that, so that's great. We're still just us two with shipping access, so if he doesn't, I will. What do we have in our deck there? Diplomacy, we can keep it for next round, I quite like that. We have already quite some cards here that we could play. Probably gonna fight for it, at least to a certain extent. Because a bump for us with a memo corder could be helpful. Could also try to go for a Spice Must Flow here actually. We have high persuasion already. We have 3 waters, so again Thopter. The research station could work. Okay, so that's again something I'm not a big fan of. Maybe just to pick up a water, but still not entirely comfortable about that play. But it's good for us in the end. It gives us shipping. We can still gain influence with Know Their Ways. So we might have baited him into something here, which is good. Minimic film, that one would be very useful for us for sure. I think we can go with Gun Thopter actually. No, let's keep it for the third agent actually, but everyone has Garrison here, so I'm obviously a bit eager to pull the trigger there. Now Hundro will have access to shipping next round, It's good to know that, but we probably will have access after him again. But that would be already around 8 and we might be done by then. So let's see. But I still see some value in going there right now. Oh yes, especially because we can recall and go again. I think that will be the play this round. I think it can be very valuable. Also maybe for a minimic film. Yeah, I like it. But we can do that last. If minimic film is not there anymore, so be it. But yeah, using it as the last agent or James as the last one, but basically playing Gunthapter next. Or maybe playing James next. I don't like why he's chasing us down there. I really feel that is a weird move. Or is it? Ah, it's the only one where he can go. But still, he spends 1 spice on that. It is a bit weird. I mean weird. Like he has a plan of stealing another alliance away from us, and that we can't let happen. So we will play James first thing. Probably to Hardy Warriors. Trying to get involved in that. It's round 6 though. But I quite like this first place looks still good, although it's not a victory point. It's not 2 victory points like we will fight for most likely next round. But it could still be valuable for us. And we will recruit another 2 troops here actually. So yes, I think we can go for it. Yeah, I don't like him coming that close. But then again, he has a 0 intrigue card. He just used his signaturing. So maybe I should just calm down. Because I don't see him doing 2 bumps at once. There is no way he can do that, I think. I don't see any. He can have 1 bump, obviously. But he's got 0 intrigue, so no, I don't think there is 2 bumps. So I think we can do the Thopter to make sure that both of them lose a troop, because Hanjo might just use them next round, and we don't have that many places to play the Thopter if we want. Do we want spice? No, let's go for a intrigue card here. That can help us down the line, not quite now. Let's deploy 2. Or 3 actually. No. Let's deploy 2. Because we can always deploy more next round. Okay, getting ready for a Highliner round 7. Could make sense. True, he's got a restricted ordnance. And the Holtzman engine, but no point yet. So might become a bit tight for him. That's probably why he goes for the High Council right now, because that means if he can buy one now, yes, he's probably on a good track to get a second one before the game ends. Minimic film is gone just by the time we were about to do it, because now I think is a good time to do shipping, to see what everyone reveals, to see if we want to go to Hardy Warriors. I mean, we will probably go there anyways with James, but to see how much we commit, if we want to go further. And do we want to pick up something there? Or should we just recall and advance again? Bet on the fact that the game won't end next round, because after Handro we can go back. I think we will do that because we have already quite some water. I see more value in potentially getting more bumps out of it. Yeah, I think I like that more. Getting some more spice as well. Getting the Emperor point. No, I think regardless, actually, his Signet ability to jump here, it was the only move he could do. And I think even if we lock it, it was a sensible move. Paying 1 spice for a water is valuable because by default, 1 water is already worth 2 spice, disregarding any potential bonus here. So I think it is the right call. Handle is at 11. So it would mean committing 4 troops. But I think we could do that. I think we could do that. It gives us another 2 intrigue cards and it gives us some very much needed bumps in influence. And I think given both of them already have Hayliner money, kinda give up on next round's conflict anyways, I feel like. So let's take what is in front of us. Awesome, we can discard the dagger. Yeah, let's sneak in front. It is an expensive one compared to him. He can just take back his dreadnoughts. But yeah, I still feel like it can make sense for us. Not really interested much into any of those cards. Should we just take liaisons? We have already 1 liaison. Not sure we want more actually, because kinda wanna see Gurney signaturing the sister. And we already trashed our daggers. We have not too bad. Let's just take 1, but not 2. Let's just let it at that. Alright, so where do we take our influence here? I think we take it with... actually here we get close to another alliance, so... No, I think... Huh. Actually with strong arm, we could get that point quite easily. Let's go for another one. Let's be a bit greedy here. I feel like given we have also the shipping track halfway there again. Oh, and that's a good one for us to give away, because I don't think anyone... Well, actually, yes, technically, Lito can. But if anyone goes to Hayliner, anyways, it's 2 points as well. So it's just about that second place, then we should maybe still try to fight for that. Let's see if Handro even sees some value in going to shipping. He might not, given he's at the bottom of it right now. We could also hire the Menta. So, yeah, ideally we can play all 4. If shipping is open, for sure we can hire the Menta directly, not even thinking about it. If not, we might just play Thopter, Diplomacy, and Jamis. No, it seems shipping will be open. Then we can use that pump to get the Emperor Alliance. Diplomacy probably to selective reading if it's open. Strong arm it to have the point there. That brings us to 8 already, and then just an additional little bump here will give us Memo Quarter active as well. And we might still be able to fight for second here if Gunthopter can do its job as well before anyone jumps in there. Not entirely sure, because we probably play Dune first here to shipping. Let's see. I think we can hire it regardless. Maybe we don't want to play Jamies because we are already full there, but maybe for some additional commitment it could make sense still. Some spice, then we also have Heylander money actually. Could fight for the conflict. Let's take the alliance here. We already have, again, a very strong garrison here. Checking if we are close to maybe a spice must flow as well with selective breeding. Could make sense to go there first. I see more value in that than Heylander, because again, we don't really have enough for... we could buy a second point if someone goes to Arakin. Could also be ourselves going to Arakin. Could do that first, actually, Gunthopter to Arakin. If those garrisons are still there. And then hoping diplomacy to selective breeding is still open. Losing a troop with strong arm. Quite like that. Where does Handro go with that infiltrate? Or is it maybe just to burn a card given he's at 4 here? I mean, he already went to secret, so there's not much anyways that can be done there. Interesting, he had the first shot on shipping. Why did he need to go to secrets first? Did he steal a card from anyone? I don't think that happened. Round 7. Diplomacy to secrets? No? And why is everyone taking Solari instead of Spice at this stage of the game? Piling up those... Ah! For economic supremacy. Maybe for the first place here, yeah. Do we just go for it? Diplomacy to Highlander? Not sure. Think Gunthopter to Arakin. Or maybe Poison Snooper first to see what we have there. Okay, Arakin is gone. Or Research Station actually, that would give us the... So let me put that into words. Yeah, Gunthopter to Research Station. Probably bring us the Spice must flow anyway, so that's 8. Diplomacy to selective breeding. Strong arm it, that's 9. Do we need to be second then? Might not happen. If we don't have enough to fight for, but Jamie's 2 hardy warriors would allow us to put in some more. I think we can try that. What would we need to do first? feel like maybe diplomacy to selective breeding, or get those troops down. Yeah, no, Gunthapter to. Let's go. Gunthapter to research station. Let's take those garrisons down. Oh, some heavy persuasion coming there. That's very good. Gurney Halleck could also be quite nice to play him. We have 2 cards left, so Jamies maybe we don't play and we keep it as daggers. Oh, how much persuasion did he have? Because let's give bankers for Lito. Oh, was it just 1? That's very underwhelming to reveal early like that for. Yeah, that is quite underwhelming. Okay, yeah. 100 goes for it, which I don't mind. Being second will probably be enough for us. So that means it's the last agent our opponents play here. Let's hope he's not going to any of our spaces. Seems not, given he's looking to infiltrate. Research station. So we can afford probably losing a deployed troop here, because we can't, I mean, we could maybe diplomacy. Wait, so we play 3 persuasion. We're down at 9. Diplomacy, no, and now we might just send another 2, so we're down at 7. Do we draw 2 persuasion with that? Yeah, for sure. So let's just discard, actually. A convincing argument. So diplomacy to this, we keep the combat agent for last so that we see what they reveal. As usual, more information the better. We can trash Dune the Desert Planet. Get enough there. And strong arm it. We lose from the garrison. Could even poison snoop it so that the sister, we could use it for daggers. Given we play Gurney, we lose 2 persuasion. Yeah, and for sure we draw at least 1 here. Ah, we draw as well with Gurney, so. Wait, we can also poison snoop it, because if we get the signet ring, we can play the signet instead and use his reveal to maybe even fight for first. No, I'm not sure. No, I think that's a bit out of our reach, but let's see. Might not actually. So let's see. If Poison Snooper gives us the signet ring, we play it instead. Because Gurney's reveal could make sense. Then again, then we could also just play Jamie's 2 Hardy Warriors. But Karta gives us an intrigue card, so that's quite cool. Oh, awesome. We have the signet ring. That's quite a lucky draw here. An ambush. Oh, that brings us that much closer. $14. He revealed already, so I think we get there. Yeah. Let's buy the spice mushroom first. Oh, what happened? Oh yeah, it forgot to confirm. It does auto-select again. I don't know why it does that at the end game, but each time, and I'll need to be super quick if I want to play it, but I don't need to here, so it's not a big deal. But it already happened in the past that I wanted to play it, but it just auto-triggered. Look, I didn't click, and it just did on its own. It's crazy. Anyways, that should be quite confidently a win here, and a nice one at that. Didn't fulfill any of those end games, unfortunately. And that's a victory. It feels good to do it live, because right now it means we get to Masters, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. And we are ranked 34, because there are not that many Masters yet, because we were quite quick in getting there, but that's awesome. I mean, it means we already reached also our goal of top 100, so we need a new goal right now. Yeah, thank you very much everyone for following. That was an awesome game. Really liked playing with Beast, although I'm not doing it that often. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon for another live next Sunday, or maybe a bit earlier if I feel like it. It could be.